max stock profit, where we're taking in an array and we're going to use a for loop to loop through each element and determine an optimal buy price and its corresponding sell price to make a maximum profit. And we're going to do it like kind of like a stock ticker from left to right. So the way this will kind of work is the first element will initially be our buy price, which is 12. And then it's going to look at the next element and evaluate whether or not it's a good sell price, meaning that it's greater than the current buy price, which is 12. So in this scenario, yeah, this is good. So we're going to keep 12 as the buy price, but we're going to look at the remaining elements to see if there's an even better sell price. And that's how we'll kind of roll with this, is just move on down the line here until we find the lowest possible buy price with the most optimal sell price. Okay, so let's get started, and thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we're going to keep a state variable to kind of keep track of when we need to change our buy price. We'll set that to true initially, and then we'll do a for loop, and we're just going to kind of loop through each element here. I is less than prices array dot length and I plus plus. And so if you've seen other videos, or if you haven't and you're not sure about a for loop, check them out, because I really do a deep dive into how a for loop works. So if change buy price is true, we're actually going to change the buy price. So we're going to set buy price equals the current element in the loop, and do that just by setting the variable here, I, to whatever is currently being iterated over. In this case, 12 is the initial buy price, as I mentioned. Now, sell price is going to always change, and it's going to be the very next element in the array, which is I plus 1. Okay. And so what we're going to do here is say if the sell price is less than the buy price, well, then the buy price is not optimal, and we want in the next iteration to change our buy price to what the sell price is. So to do that, we want to have our change buy price equal true. Otherwise, we're going to set a temporary profit, we'll call it temp profit variable, and we will just do sell price minus buy price, okay? And then we'll look at the buy price and say, the temp profit, and compare it to the max profit. And we'll say if the temp profit is greater than the max profit, which initially it will be because the max profit is 0, max profit is going to equal the temp profit, and the change buy price will equal false. And so in doing this, we return the max profit, and we should get a completed result. So 79, right? That would be 82 minus 3, which is 79. So that's the optimal buy and sell price here. But we could maybe move 3 here, and we could put 13 here, and just see if it's going to actually stay with the same there. Okay, so now just so we're clear, when we looked at this, we saw that 79 was the profit that was made between 3 and 82. But when we move the, let's see, 3 over here and 13, it's now going to look at 90 as a possible better profit, right? So this is going to be the max profit, because that's better than 79. All right, so it's working, but how could we improve the UX here? How could we make it more informative? So we could say, we could return the buy price, right? We could return the sell price, and we could turn the max profit in an object. And that would be at least more informative of what the actual buy price and sell price could be. Because if this array was like 100, or so numbers, it would be a lot harder to find that buy and sell price. So, okay, so 3 and 90 is 87, and that works out pretty well, right? And we still have the situation of like, what if say this was 70, right? So 3 and 82 is 79, right? So that's a better deal than 70 minus 3. So that seems to work. We have to get a sell price in there, though. And to do that, we could just say the buy price is plus the max profit. And that would give us our sell price, right? So 79 plus 3 would be 82. And that would tell us what our sell price is. But suppose, we have something like this, 3 here and 5 there. And we set that to 90. 3 is the lower buy price, right? But 5 minus 9 is 85, and that's probably more ideal than 79. So let's see if we get something different. No, see, our buy price here is 3. Our max profit is correct. 90 minus 5 is 85, so that's a maximum profit. But as you can see, our sell price is not even an element in the array. So we've got some work to do here to fix this. So we need to kind of trap what the ideal buy price would be. And if you look at this right here, this logic says that if the temp profit is greater than the max profit, that would imply that we have an ideal buy price, like a good buy price. And just to kind of look at that, we could say buy, and then we'll set that buy price here. And then maybe just like on the outer side, you could see console.log, right? Yeah. And on the outer side, we could see a buy price here. Outer. And let's run that. See the buy price, the outer part, that buy price changes, but we have in the inner an ideal buy price right there. So let's make a variable to store that and trap it so that we could use it in our return statement. We'll say new buy price equals 0 initially. And then over here, we could just kind of set our buy price. We'll say new buy price equals our buy price. And so we could just set like maybe a more friendly way to do this. New buy price, okay. And then here we could just say sell, and we'll just say the buy price would actually be the new buy price. And that should be a more accurate depiction of what we're talking about here, right? So if we set it to 15, we can see that it'll change, right? 82 minus 3 is 79. So that's the story. Now, one caveat is what happens if everything was, say, the same, or we had bad data. Maybe there's a string that we collected or something, or all the numbers are the same. It'd be good to capture that and kind of represent it in a way of handling when things don't go according to plan. So let's set an else if statement here and say something to the effect of, if the buy price is the same throughout, then we're going to say no, there's not a max profit to be made. You could do however you want to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. Okay, so we're going to say the last element in the array, okay, prices array, and accessing that, we'll say prices array dot length -1. And again, in other videos, I get into dot length and -1 and how that kind of works, equals the buy price. We want to return, let's do backticks and we'll include a variable. The buy price. With this buy price, there's no money to be made. Let's do a period. I hate myself. Okay, there we are. Sorry, with this buy price, there's no money to be made. Okay, and so we know that the other thing is working, but maybe we'll just do it because that's what sick people do. Is they have to be overly anal about things, and we have to be this way for some reason. Okay, so there we are, and okay, good. All right. So our sell price is 26, being that 2 is the lowest buy price, and 26 is your optimal sell price between these three numbers. All right. So that's it. That's the max stock profit. This is something we could actually use. And well, I hope you learned something, and thanks for tuning in. Till next time, take care.